Hey there, Koa Class. Hey, welcome to week 2. This is National Vice President Sarah Wilson, and I am so excited to get to be with you guys today to share some things that are on my heart about how to really rally, right? And I hope you guys are excited about that subject. I know that I am. I'm in a really interesting season of both life and business, and so as always, when I sit down with a topic, I'm not quite sure where it's going to go, right? So you guys, here's where we are. It's the 24th of the month, right? And this is the time where we're entering into close week, right? The end of the month, that last kind of golden week, and it's a great opportunity, I think, to take a look at, where we are, right? Where we are. If we're honest, for some of us, maybe it's not where we wanted to be. You guys, here's just a little tip. It never is at this point in the month, okay? But you guys, maybe at this point too, if we're looking at where we are, where we hoped we'd be at this point, maybe we're frustrated, right? I know for myself, a lot of times at this point in the month, I'm like looking at the things that canceled, the things that fell apart, right? The things that didn't happen, the thing that I thought was going to be this, but it ended up being this, right? The roadblocks, the detours. You guys, maybe we're frustrated. Maybe too, we've forgotten. I think at this time of the month, it's really likely that a lot of us have forgotten the goal that we set aside on the first of the month, right? Or heck, even last week we carry challenges to do that. So maybe we've forgotten, maybe we're frustrated, maybe we've forgotten, maybe we're not quite where we thought we wanted to be. But you guys, I got to tell you something really funny that came to mind yesterday, and part of me can't believe that I'm going to say this, but this is what came to me, and so I think there is, as off as it is, there's some relevance here for us. And you guys, how many of you remember the movie Varsity Blues, right? And can I just tell you something? Sadly, yes, I remember that. Y'all, it's so different to go back and watch movies now as a mom of a teen versus when I was the teen. Can I just say that? Oh my word, right? I do not recommend you go watch this scene, but in Varsity Blues, there's a little scene called Puke and Rally, okay? Does anybody remember some Puke and Rally? Okay, so you guys, here's the thing. Obviously, the dude drinks too much. He's got to get it all out so he can go again, right? Totally not what's going down here. But listen, here's the thing. Maybe for us, some things haven't gone as we planned, right? Some things haven't gone as we hoped. They're not sitting right? Maybe somewhere along the month, things got sloppy, momentum sank, and we found ourselves stagnant or stuck, right? I'm not where I thought I'd be. This isn't quite going the way my pretty perfect picture envisioned. And so you guys, the good news is that rally always starts within, right? Rally always starts within. And what's so funny in that scene, after he lets go, right? He pukes, he gets rid of the stuff that's keeping him from moving forward, right? And I think that's the word for us, is that sometimes we gotta get rid of the stuff that's got us stuck, the stuff that's got us stagnant, the stuff that's keeping me from moving forward into what's next, right? So that I can finish the month like a champ, right? And so, you guys, the decision to clear the slate, right? To get rid of that which holds us down, to clear the slate, to release the junk and to reboot. The decision to do that is within, right? The decision to say, I'm back, is 100% mine, right? It's mine. It's yours. Rally is up to us. So you guys, just a quick little word for you. Do you need to puke and rally? Okay. Do you need to get rid of that which you've been sitting in so that you can carry on, right? Or are we just going to stay in it, right? Or are we just going to go, hit the bed and call it done, and I'll look towards next month? You guys, here's what I want to tell you. It's the 24th of the month. There's still 8 days left. And what I know for my own team is that at least half of our volume comes in from this point forward every single month, right? So there is magic in the last week, you guys. You just have to rally yourself first, right? So you guys, rally of the troops. I looked up the definition of rally because that's something I always love to do, is just look up actual definitions, because I think sometimes we get our brain around a word and its meaning and we operate in that. But just to look back at the actual definition sometimes gives me some new insight. So you guys, to rally means to come together again, right? To come together again in order to continue fighting after a defeat or a dispersion, right? To recover or cause to recover in health, in spirits, or in poise. You guys, some synonyms for rally: regroup, reassemble, reform, reunite. And you guys, here's the thing. These are the things that jumped out at me as I looked at the definition of rally, right? So when we gather, when we come together for the first time, right? Like, that's the gathering. But you guys, the thing that jumped out to me in the definition of rally was that it was to come together again, to come together again, to continue, right? To recover. It's an again and again and again kind of thing, right? Because the world is always beating us down, right? It's always beating us down. There's always going to be somebody telling you you can't do this. There's always going to be a hostess that cancels. There's always going to be someone that told you they were joining your next 30 days and then they don't, right? Like, you guys, there's going to always be a need to rally, because there's going to always be a need to recover, right? To recover, regroup, reassemble, reform, reunite, to do it again and again and again, right? So you guys, it's after, though. Here's the thing, like, we don't have a need really to rally when things are already up here, right? I mean, they're already up here. What's to rally? We're already rallied, right? But you guys, it's after the no. This is the time that we need to rally. It's after the no, after the no-show, after the no-sell, after the cancellation, after the fizzle out. After that, she went dark on me, right? After that, she walked away from her dreams. After that, after the disappointment. You guys, for those who stick and stay, listen, this is what I want to tell you. We win the war, okay? We win the war. Everybody starts the same, and everybody's going to end the same in Armon at the top, okay? For those who stick and stay, we win the war. We win the long game, but some of the battles, some of the short game stuff, they're going to hand us a defeat. They're going to hand us a little defeat every once in a while, okay? And you guys, the way we rally or the way we don't rally our troops in those moments really determine whether or not we're going to advance, right? And I love all of these words that were coming to me about rallying the troops, right? And advancing the army, because it so just goes along with, you know, the word we were given for this group, right? This Koa Class, this warrior mentality, right? Of getting in there and staying in there and doing the do. So you guys, how on earth do I rally my team? How on earth do I rally my team, though? Listen, I am not a natural cheerleader, okay? I am not Carrie McDonald, right? Like, I love my Carrie, right? When I just need a little pep talk, I love my Carrie. You guys, but here's the thing. That's really not my speed, right? I'm more of a, just get up and do it. Like, you know what to do, just do it already, right? That's kind of more me. You guys, here's the thing, though. Sometimes I can barely pull my own self up from my bootstraps, right? So I'm sitting here going, how can I inspire others to get back up, right? How can I inspire others to get back up? Anybody else been there? Like, I don't know what to say to them. I don't know what to say to myself, right? You guys, here's the thing. Rally always starts within. It always starts within. It always starts with me. And you guys, here's the thing. As a leader, if I don't have a clear sense of why, why we're doing this, why I would even want to call a rally, right? Then it's impossible. You guys, if I don't have a clear sense of why, it's impossible for my team to perceive anything more than what I'm doing. And you guys, here's the deal. What's do not and will not ever draw the hearts of man. Okay? What's will never draw the hearts of man. So you want to move the heart of your team? It's not about the whats. It's not about the hows. It is always about the why, right? And in this book, which I'm rereading, if you haven't, I highly recommend you do, Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Listen, he says all decisions are made in the limbic brain, okay? That is your feeling brain. Like, there is actually in this part of the brain zero capacity for language. So that means the what's and the how's, they're not going to bring about any effective movement, you guys. The decisions are made from how we feel, right? They're made from deeper. They're made from something so many times we can't even put our words around. I mean, you guys, how many of you would say, or there are people on your team that have said, I don't know why, I just knew I was supposed to do Arbonne. Like, they can't even hardly put words to it because it's on that thing. That decision was made in a totally different part of the brain, and it was related to something deeper than those surface what's. It was so much more. They didn't say yes to sell product, right? Like, they can't even articulate it. You guys, it's a why. It's something deeper than that. And so, you guys, when it comes to rallying, I think, this is a place where it's fair to say that it's a me before we, right? And I don't say that very often, right? Because we really should. If we're servant-hearted, we're putting the we's before the me's. But when it comes to rallying, when it comes to having vision and a why and a direction and being able to see this for your team, it's got to be me before we, right? It's got to be clear before it can be loud. It's got to be clear in me before it can be loud, before I can put the megaphone up and share that thing out to my world, right? You guys, I got to be able to see it. As the leader, you got to be able to see it, right? This crystal clear, compelling vision. I tell my team, because to be honest, you guys, I've been in, May will be 12 years. So hard to believe. But you guys, I have told my team before, like, look, it took me years and years in the game to get clear on my big why, right? My big why. And so I tell my team all the time, like, listen, you may not have that right away. That may take some time to show up for you. So it doesn't have to be big, but it does have to be clear. Right? The reason why you get up in the morning, the reason why you said yes, the reason why you keep saying yes, even after you've been hit, after you've been knocked down again and again, the reason why you keep saying yes has to be clear, right? The what's aren't going to keep you here. The how's aren't going to keep you here. It's the why. You guys, I have to see it. And as the leader, I also have to live it out loud. I got to live it out loud, not silently, not hidden, because we can do that in a heartbeat, can't we? But you guys, we got to live it out loud. Can people see? Is it evident in the way that I speak, in the way that I operate, in the way I carry myself, the way I interact in relationships? Is my why evident in my what's, right? When you see me in my dailies, when you look at what I post, can you know the heart behind it, right? Is it obvious? You guys, here's mine. I wanted to share it just a little bit today. It was because I needed to put it in writing, right? I think sometimes, I remember Carrie saying a long time ago that we don't respond well to a fuzzy picture, right? It's just like when you hit that static, we don't anymore. But old school TVs, right? When you hit that channel that was static, I mean, it just literally makes us cringe because we don't respond well to fuzzy pictures, you guys. So for me, the 7-Nation Army exists to show people, to offer people a more, better, different way, to offer them a more, better, different way because there's unnecessary suffering and loss in this world. Loss of health, of heart, of hope, of joy, of choice, of passion, of purpose, of time, of moments they can't get back, of relationships that need to be righted. You guys, what we do is we offer products and programs and possibilities that bring about positive change. That's what we do. We offer products and programs and possibility. But you guys, why we do it is because the world needs it. Why we do it is because we've settled for less than. Why we do it is because more, better, different is actually the original blueprint. Because freedom and fullness and all the things is the birthright for all the people. And we do it because we know there's more. We do it because we know there's more. That's why. And that's the place we have to lead from, you guys. So your call to action, number one, your first piece of homework this week is that I want to ask you, do you know why your team exists? Why do you exist? You in the world, right? Not necessarily even in Arbonne, just why do you exist? Why does your team exist, right? What's the purpose?